Got a little bit of a different kind of YouTube video for you guys today, but I'm starving and the Supra's disgusting, so I'm gonna go get some food and then we're gonna watch the Supra and then we're gonna get on with the YouTube video. So we'll see you guys in a second. It's like a reward. Alright, obviously, before we wash it, let's give you the walk around. I know it doesn't look that dirty, but she definitely is, and you can see it in person a lot better. See how nasty the wheels are. Can't wait to get some tire shine on these new tires that we got. The back doesn't look that dirty, but then you come here and do this. Yeah. But alright, let's get to washing. Got all the detail stuff already out. I got my camera assistant right here. And just like any good detail, we're gonna start on the wheels. Get a heavy spray on there. Let that sit for a minute. We're gonna come here with our wheel bucket. I like to let the inside of the barrel sit a little bit longer. That's how I was taught by your one and only Keegan Stray, the detail king. Man, the car already looks way better. I mean, shiny wheels and tires, when you come back here and you notice that the car is in fact, oh my god, oh, I almost just fell down my driveway. Okay, cool. All right, rinse her down.
Alright guys, I just wanted to take a second and thank all of our subscribers. I think as of right now, we're at like 441 subscribers, so that's huge and I appreciate every single one of you. So yeah, I guess that's it and we'll just get back to the video. Peace.
Oh, hey, got a little excited there. And I've always been told, start with the windows, because I guess that's what drives first. Hit that like that, okay. Oh wow. Man, this car just cleans up so well. Got the tire shine up on the wheels. Man, this thing just looks so crazy when it's cleaned up. Clean the engine bay a little bit, as much as we can for it being a 90s JDM car with 100,000 miles. She's looking good. Well, now that the Supra is clean, I think we can get on to the next segment of our video, and this is gonna keep rolling down the driveway, so let me get a different chair. Now I'm all set up. I look like a Corvette owner on Sunday at 9 o'clock in the morning. Everyone's got their own little car journey that they go on, and I thought that I would share my personal journey with you guys. And yeah, I guess I don't even know where to start. I guess I can start from the beginning. Ever since I was a little kid, I always thought cars were the coolest thing in the world. And I remember being a little kid playing with Transformers and Nerf guns and whatnot. But I used to love Mustangs. And I didn't know anything about engines. I just loved Mustangs. And I remember as I grew up, I kind of strayed away from cars. And
What?
then one day I was on YouTube and I found Illuminate. And a lot of you guys might know who Illuminate is, and they were a group of car guys that were just doing cool car stuff with their friends. And I was watching all these car YouTubers and I thought it was the coolest thing, but my mom was super strict and she didn't like loud cars, she didn't like fast cars.
But I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friends.
I had a 325i as my first car, an E93 325i. But I remember just putting like, it's so embarrassing, like M Power stickers on it, and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. I thought it was so cool. And
Limited motorsport performance.
no one told me, bro. No one told me that that was not cool. And then I was just straight embarrassing myself for so long. It wasn't until my sophomore year of college that I really decided that I needed to get a real car guy's car. Wanted a car so bad, and my parents wouldn't let me get a new car. They wouldn't let me sell my car. My buddy, my best friend, was driving he had an FRS at the time, and I thought this thing was the coolest car in the whole world. He lowered it. He had an axle back exhaust. Dude, I thought it was the coolest thing in the whole world, driving a manual car, and I knew I needed. And maybe it was a year later, I finally had enough money, and I did not tell my parents. And I went up with the same buddy that I'm talking about now. And him and I flew to South Carolina, and I picked up my Evo 10. Man, I loved that car so much. And this car was making like barely 400 wheel on like 29 pounds of boost on a stock turbo. And man, I loved it. It had a harness bar. I had harnesses in it. I had my own short throw shifter. If you go through my Instagram and scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see that that's the car that really started the whole car journey. And then one day, I decided that I needed something faster. And I went to the dark side, and I went and got a B58. And some of you might know that car because it's been on this channel before, but I got an M240. And that car to this day was probably my favorite car that I've owned. It was just so reliable, it was so fast, it was so consistent. I threw it on E, downpipe, tune, high pressure fuel pump, put coils in it, carbon fiber, fixed up the interior a little bit with some Alcantara. You know, the whole nine. Got wheels, wider tires, wider wheels. It was a rear wheel drive 6-speed car, and I also put an M Performance LSD in it. Basically, the only thing that I needed was a bigger turbo. And I also put a better clutch in it.
Would that happen to be a cop? Right when you...
And I loved that car. While I had the M240, me and my other roommate decided that we were gonna do something fun. Him and I imported two, not one, two R32 GTRs from Canada.
And now, with the addition of count 'em, two marshmallows.
And we planned it perfectly. Took us like weeks to plan it, buy the cars, ship the cars. We got both of the GTRs on the same exact shipping, like the car transporter. I remember that was honestly probably one of the craziest things. Man, it took them like 3 weeks to get here, but we bought both R32s, wired these two Canadians money. They put the car on the transporters for us, and dude, we only drove the cars maybe 2 miles. It was the craziest thing ever, picking up two R32 GTRs. But the main one Mo and I bought was a built engine. It still had OEM twin turbos on it. But the car was probably making like, I don't know, 500 wheel, and it was on like 93. Maybe a little less than 500 wheel, maybe like 500 crank on 93. First car I got to drive right-hand drive. It was wide-bodied, and the reason why we got the nicer of the two GTRs for so cheap was it had a little bit of damage, and our original plan was to fix up the car and sell it, keep it, drive it, you know, whatever. It was just for fun. And obviously things changed. We ended up selling it before we fixed the car, and honestly I regret that a lot too. But the new owner of the car has one of the coolest car collections that I've ever seen, and she has absolutely transformed this car. But now onto the Supra. And this car was also very crazy. And I found it listed online, and it was listed at an undisclosed amount of money. And I remember I messaged the guy, you know, Facebook Marketplace, I'm obviously gonna lowball you, like, I'm sorry. And I hit up the guy, blew the car up, this car. He blew up one of the rear axles. He thought it was the diff, but me and Mo, my roommate that just walked out here, there's Mo.
1, 2, 3!
Him and I left at, I think, 11 p.m. at night. We got in a U-Haul box truck pulling an auto transporter, and we drove 11 and a half, 12 hours up to South Carolina. We got there, shit physically off, and roll it back onto our auto transport from U-Haul. And yeah, and we got the Supra here. And it was funny because we didn't, and this was literally a year ago, and that was the day that I got the Supra. I know one person had commented before, and they said that they wanted to see some fun runs, and I will most definitely be doing some fun runs, but until the car is, you know, safe to actually rip all out, I'm not going to be doing any racing. And plus, it's just so hard to get all the way to Mexico this time of year, so. But yeah, guys, again, thanks for watching my lame YouTube video, and I hope you enjoyed. Now, I'm going to go get to cleaning this stuff up and editing this video, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.